Cooler, drier, and then cold. By the time Thanksgiving rolls around, that's kind of the schedule we're on weather-wise. An updated 7-day, which has a lot of significant changes and some much-needed rainfall in there, and what could be the possibility of a flake or two towards the latter part of it. I don't know if we'll touch that far right now in the 7-day or not, but we'll kind of at least go in that direction. One of our top stories tonight will be what I did for the second half of my day today, which was sit in on the meeting of the First Frontier Appalachian Trails Organization. Now, this group's been around a while. We haven't talked about them yet because there's been a lot of legwork, but they're starting to get to where they're really going to start moving here before too long, and their main goal is to establish an ATV trail that will connect or interconnect 18 eastern Kentucky counties, including the ones the show, of course, is seen on if you're watching in Johnson and Magoffin counties. But there's a lot to talk about on that, and we'll see how far they've come and where they are right now. We'll also have some courthouse happenings and the like of some other stories before I leave you, and of course an updated calendar and much, much more. And then that Thanksgiving Day forecast. It's going to be much colder by then compared to today, where we saw, oh my goodness, the temperatures outside were just, perfect. Not much more you could say about it, except to say that, of course, they are continuing to push the forest fire situation into the more severe conditions thereof. That's where we'll begin our update tonight, talking about why a cold front is looming. We are still seeing low relative humidity conditions that are really prime for forest fire conditions. Here's the latest map. I'm not aware of any reports of any brush fires in Magoffin County reported today. I am aware of a couple yesterday in the Falcon area and the Middle Fork area, which were, I think, both relatively small in nature. As you can see from this was a week ago, the situation with the drought, and as you can see, we haven't made any progress in that category. As most all of eastern Kentucky was in the moderate drought category, and really no one into the severe status at all at this time last Thursday. However, if you look today, you can see the orange very well creeping up into parts of Kentucky from the south and making its way into parts of Magoffin and Johnson counties, and that is a more serious and severe drought situation that is obviously due to the lack of rain, low relative humidity, and a lot of breezy days that we have had. Good news is the weather is about to change, and humidity levels are going to start increasing, and that's going to start to happen over tonight and certainly into your tomorrow, with a 90% chance of rain showing up on your forecast as we make it down through the next few days, and then cooler air behind it that will make for a colder Turkey Day. But again, good news related to forest fire dangers, at least in the forecast. Not so much for those of us who've been enjoying the beautiful warm air that we've seen here as of late. I'll be right back with the rest of our show.
'Tis the season to tech the halls, and Appalachian Wireless makes it easy and affordable through Black Friday. Get an iPhone 13 for a penny with trade-in. I think an elf just passed out.
I'm okay.
1 penny for an iPhone 13 128 gig with a trade-in on a 2-year contract with a mix and match or unlimited plan. Plus, no activation fee. Teching the halls has never been so easy. We are you. We are Appalachian Wireless. Visit AppalachianWireless.com for trade-in and credit requirements. Terms and conditions apply.
The reassurance of getting your medications and over-the-counter needs at Sagersville's oldest and most trusted pharmacy, the convenience of curbside pickup and call-ahead service, and the fact that you can walk in, order to go, or sit down and get gourmet quality hot fudge brownies, nachos, shakes, coffees, hot dogs with homemade sauce, desserts, and more, makes it more than your hometown Good Neighbor Pharmacy. It's a destination in downtown Sagersville, Frazier's Prater Drugstore. It doesn't get any sweeter than that. Get the right fit, the right tread, and the reliability you need for whatever you're rolling in at Conley Tire, where right now through October the 31st, get a $100 rebate on Generals, $120 on Kumos, and go to conleytire.net to find other special offers on the biggest names, plus brakes, oil changes, and computer diagnostics, all with 6 months no interest at Conley Tire in Staffordsville.
Platinum award-winning singer-songwriter Chris Jansen is coming to the Mac, and he'll be playing hits such as Buy Me a Boat.
But it can buy me a boat. It can buy me a truck to pull.
Fix a Drink.
But I can fix a drink.
And one of his most recent hits, Good Vibes.
I'm getting them good vibes. I'm living this good life.
Get your tickets now. Call 1-888-MAC-ARTS, stop by the People's Bank box office, or visit macarts.com.
I got me a full cup.
I believe in Kentucky.
I believe in Kentucky.
I believe in small town values.
And mom and dad and the things they handed down.
I believe some of the best people in the world are farmers.
I believe in insurance that protects families, homes, and cars.
I believe in always finding a way to do what you love.
I am Kentucky.
I am Kentucky.
I am Kentucky.
Let's talk about a couple of transportation items as of right now. First off, the governor today announced contracts for major transportation projects in eastern Kentucky. One for the construction of an access road to a high ground site in Perry County where many families affected by the devastating flooding of last year can safely rebuild their homes and their lives. The other for completing the final section of the long-awaited construction of U.S. Highway 460 in Pike County. Let's talk about the high ground sites. There are 7 to date that have been announced, allowing Kentuckians to rebuild entire neighborhoods on land safely elevated above the floodplain. All these sites will need infrastructure, roads, utilities, and more. And today's announcement shows, it says the governor, quote, "We are making progress on getting that infrastructure in place." That plan was to build an access road to the Skyview High Ground community near Hazard, about a $500,000 project, as Skyview is one of 7 identified high ground sites in Floyd, Knott, Letcher, and Perry counties. It comprises of 50 acres of donated land and is expected to be the site of about 150 homes. Then there's US 460, part of the Appalachian Development Highway System, and historically one of the main routes through eastern Kentucky, being transformed by the US 460 reconstruction project, which will pretty much be a new road cut through the mountains from Pikeville to the Virginia state line. It will be safer and faster than the current narrow and winding route, to say the least. It will have 12-foot wide driving lanes, 12-foot shoulders, and a recessed median, and it will be almost 17 miles long. It is being built in 24 sections. 21 of those have been completed over a number of years. 2 sections are under construction, and earlier today, Mountain Enterprises was awarded a contract for about $40 million to complete the 24th and final section. It's about a $740 million project in all upon completion. Now let's talk about transportation of a different sort. You have to start somewhere, and they actually did, and they started a few years ago. First, Frontier Appalachian Trails. It's about 3 years old now, and their endeavor is to see that they have an ATV trail, a series of trails that link a large part of eastern Kentucky, including Magoffin and Johnson counties, with their meeting this month being held here as they rotated at the Magoffin County Health Department, where they discussed their next steps, which included everything from mapping trails that landowners have already come on board with, giving permission to be used, to finding themselves a permanent facility to operate out of as they're growing rather quickly, to getting insurance and all the other things that it will take them to make the next steps.
I have reported on the formation, and maybe once or 2 times since mentioned the formation of First Frontier Appalachian Trails, mainly through Judge Executive Matt Wireman and him referring to them during various fiscal court meetings at times. But it's not been a major news item because, well, there's not been a lot to actually see, not much tangible news, but that doesn't mean that they haven't been doing a lot of work. They have. They've been establishing a lot of the base work that has to be done, and things are going to start to be able to be a little more tangible and a little more real, and that's going to start to happen pretty soon. I got to speak with the Executive Director, Scott Smith, earlier today, and also representing Magoffin County Tourism Director, Jimmy Toot Salyer, who were both very optimistic about the progress they've made and their plans ahead.
I came on board in February of 2021. Since then, it's pretty much been a ground-up operation. You know, the day that I walked into the office, it was being used for storage. So the first day we cleaned out the office and set it up for use, and we've just kind of expanded from there. There are 18 counties in the authority. We're working hard to create a trail system that's going to link in one way or another all those counties. There could end up being pods of counties that are closely connected in one section or the other of our region, but we do hope that we can connect all of our counties, as well as hopefully move over into West Virginia and Virginia by the time that we're finished.
And of the initial 7 counties or so, Magoffin and Johnson are among those first ones, and mapping of some of the early trails was discussed earlier today and planned for.
We're working very closely with Jimmy Salyers here and Judge Wireman over here in Magoffin County, and they're positioned here to be a very important part of what we're doing, just due to the geographical location. But we've made a lot of headway pretty much through the Martin, Johnson, Floyd County, and here as well. There are things that we're working on here, and we hope that we're going to create something very good for the people that Eastern Kentucky can be proud of.
I heard the process of mapping being referred to. I'm assuming that's kind of where you are then at this point?
It is. We try to identify trails that are currently being used, and we just send our guys out to map those trails. Then we come back and we get them on a paper map that we can look at and work off of. Then we try to identify those property owners that the trails are crossing over and try to see if we can work out agreements with them.
What we've been working on now is the tip-top area up in Royalton, which will eventually tie into Halsey Fork on through Breathitt County, through Knott County. So that's where we've been focusing our mapping efforts in lately. We're going to expand on down through toward Morgan County into Bowling Ridge in that direction, and then tie into Floyd County at the top of the hill on Route 7.
And First Frontier Appalachian Trails will not be the first trail of its kind, obviously, nor the very first in parts of eastern Kentucky, the Hatfield-McCoy, one of the most popular in the eastern United States, certainly, and used and experienced by folks much farther away than just on this side of the nation. And it's the experience that those trails have had in being established and operating that is being of a great assistance to this group.
They've been pivotal in our progress to this point. They've helped us at every turn. The director at Hatfield-McCoy, Jeffrey Lusk, as well as the director at Spearhead, Steve Pike, they're both very helpful to us anytime we have any questions. And we hope that maybe it's in the future, maybe we can connect our trails to both of those.
Yeah, I mean, we're excited about the possibilities for the economic impact we're going to see throughout our area associated with the trail system. We're already working on putting some numbers right together, and it's already generating, a significant amount of money when it comes to bed and breakfast, to restaurants, to the side-by-side industry, all throughout the counties that we've made progress mapping. So we just, we understand in the Hatfield-McCoy in the areas that they serve generates $38 million of revenue a year, and we think that our revenue, once we're completed, can even surpass that.
Just a couple of other quick things to note. As far as the process about landowners allowing their property to be used, once they come to that agreement, landowners are given sovereign immunity of any liability should anything unforeseen happen. The insurance that was discussed earlier today, for example, was actually for the organization itself. So landowners are immune from any type of litigation or things of that nature. As far as a timeline to see all this happen, well, that is hard to pin down. But again, the steps that they have taken and the people that they have put in place thus far are starting to come together to where they think they'll start to see some quicker progress as they go forward from here. And they've got the full support so far from the state. They've been before the Budget Committee on a couple of occasions, and that's what's allowed them to get to where they have.
Some courthouse notes in a few moments. Right now, let's see what's on tap on tonight's Magoffin Farm Bureau calendar.
And it's all happening at the Extension Service. They had one today, and the next one is set for
Thursday the 30th, their next Thursday meeting of the Lego Brick Motion class at McGoffin 4-H at the Extension office. Call 349-3216. Registration is required, so go ahead and get your child age 9 to 18 registered now for the next meeting on Thursday the 30th, and they've got 2 more after that before the end of the year. This is a great one. Coming up Monday, 1 to 4:30, a holiday card making event to support our troops this Christmas, where you can help send messages as a connection to home, a bridge of caring, and a taste of holidays to soldiers from home. All supplies provided. Just think of what fun that will be. Monday, 1 to 4:30. For more information, call our 4-H agent Stephanie Back at the Extension Service. The 4-H Teen Club meets pretty regularly. They've got one more meeting for this month, and that's going to be Tuesday the 28th, and then 2 more on the 5th and the 19th, 3:30 to 5 o'clock. Join them for food, fun, activities, projects. Some great friends as well, new ones and old ones alike. 4-H, it's a great way to spend some time. Tell the kids. Take them, drop them off. Great for everyone. Win-win. The Christmas Wreath Lunch and Learn is coming up on Tuesday the 28th. So it's not this coming Tuesday, but the following. It's $15 to register. It's an all-day event, 10 till 6. Everything to make a beautiful live wreath will be there, and you get to take it home with you for just $15, and it's a lot of fun. They have had a wonderful time at these over the past many holidays. The Country Ham Project is also coming up. You have to register by the end of this month on the 30th. It's $50 per ham, and it will be cured by January. They walk you through the whole process. It is super cool. I know we've had some folks in the family do it, and they loved it, and so has everyone else. And 4-H members can enter their hams in the Kentucky State Fair. Just call the Extension office, and call them if you want to know more about the Vendors Fair, or just show up there. December the 1st and 2nd, a few weeks away. All vendors are welcome. Homemakers, your setup fee is $15. All other vendors can set up for just $25. A big 2-day event, 10 till 7 and 10 to 1 the following day. And tomorrow night, can you believe it, high school basketball tips off, obviously, here in McGoffin County. Maroon and White night starts tomorrow evening at 6. You know what it is. I don't have to tell you. All I'm going to remind you is that it's a whole lot of fun. A whole lot of athletes will be there. And the calendar is just a whole lot of a great place. Sorry, that's where I was going. To have your special announcement heard, birthdays and anniversaries, too. Remember, we love to print those in the Independent, but send those to, not me, but send those to Heather, and her email is at the bottom of your screen, heather@SayersvilleIndependent.com. From there, funeral service announcements, and I'm told that 71-year-old James Gordon Taubey of Horsepen passed away today at his home. He's survived by his wife, Donnie Gamble Taubey, sons Michael James and Sheridan Dale Taubey, daughter Amy Michelle Taubey, a stepson Bobby Wireman Jr., and stepdaughter Tanya Lynn Jenkins, as well as his sisters Lillian Powers, Darlene Winfrey, and Vivian Lopez, and 3 grandchildren. Services will start Saturday at 1 from the McGoffin County Funeral Home. Visitation will be tomorrow from 5 till 9. In lieu of flowers, the family has requested contributions can be made to the McGoffin County Funeral Home. Two locations, 2 ATMs, too much history, over 120 years, and just too many reasons not to trust the oldest, only banking family that exists for the sole purpose of helping your families, our friends, grow financially and securely. Lean on Sayersville National Bank for any of your home, auto, commercial, retirement, or online banking needs. And let us help you make your dreams come true. Someone dies in the U.S. every 7 minutes from an overdose, and over half of the population gets or takes pills from a friend or a relative. And about 46 million and counting are exposed to narcotics in their drinking water. So don't toss them, flush them, or leave them lying around. Safely dispose of your unneeded meds anytime at Parkway Pharmacy,
where you can always talk to a pharmacist when you need one.
There where every day starts, it's made and it ends. From hitting the floor to hitting the road and back, your feet carry the day's duties. And if you're hurting from what might be a work or sports or stress-related fracture you don't even know about, diabetic, or that all too often heel pain that just won't go away, or any type of pain or discomfort or in need of wound care, come to where they care.
Put your best foot forward and come visit our podiatry team. We care about our patients and their feet.
That's Dr. Cheney and her team at Hope Family Podiatry Center next to Hope Family Pediatrics on the Mountain Park. It's in the air and it's on the calendar. Fall is here and the seasonal shop is filled with new clothes for the season, new arrivals from Charlie Page, Mud Pie, Royce, and more. And the new shoes are some of their favorites that they've ever had. And beautiful t-shirts and sweatshirts for every occasion and season, plus new shirts for all the Wildcat fans, the Montgomery County Hornet fans, teachers, football mamas, and more. And fellas, they didn't leave us out either. After many requests, they have brought back the fan favorite turn rows, shirts, and hoodies, and they've got a large selection of Ridge and Holler. And if you need a little self-pampering, their new selection of spa gifts are the perfect gift idea or a treat for yourself. Fall and Halloween decor on the floor right now. It's gorgeous, and Christmas is coming through the door right now, all at the seasonal shop. Logan Corporation in Sagersville is now hiring. Due to continued growth and expansion, Logan Corporation is now looking for all local welders and fabricators, and experience is not necessary. For full-time positions with benefits, applications must be picked up at the Logan Corporation office at 124 Ward Road off of Parkway Drive in downtown Sagersville. Logan Corporation since 1904 and a leader in the manufacture of mining and truck equipment.
A busy day in the Montgomery County Justice Center, a lot of which we will discuss at a later time. Still trying to gather a few bits of information about a couple of ongoing cases, but all those who were involved in the most recent round of indictments here handed down by the Montgomery County Grand Jury just a few weeks ago had court appearances earlier today, two of which of the most high-profile case, if you will, entered not guilty pleas on behalf of themselves earlier today.
42-year-old Matthew Tackett, who was released on a $100,000 full cash bond, made a court appearance earlier today after being indicted for a total of 7 counts, charges of sodomy in the first degree, rape in the first degree, and sexual abuse in the first degree, all with a victim under the age of 12. After entering not guilty earlier today, he was set for an informal pretrial conference on February the 19th, that being the next court appearance on court dockets, and then March the 7th will be a pretrial hearing as well. His wife, who stood accused of complicity in sexual abuse, also entered a not guilty plea earlier today.
And again, there were some other cases brought before Judge Childers earlier today that we'll update you on as soon as I can get the rest of the details. Which takes me pretty much to tonight's weather forecast. Another quick update on drought conditions, which I'm hopeful the forecast will help make go away.
Pretty mild one out there again tonight, 49 degrees for a low in the neighborhood. We'll see clouds on the increase during your overnight and what's been a relatively calm wind, maybe move around up to 5 miles per hour on and off at times. But a cold front cometh and it does bring about changes, and we know that we need the showers and some rain. We might even see a thunderstorm or two, possibly, however, tomorrow as it approaches. Right now, timing, best I can give you, a chance of showers and thunderstorms before 2, but then an increasing chance to about a 70% chance of some showers and thunderstorms by around 4 or so, and then that chance even increases on up to about 90%, maybe even close to a 100% certainty tomorrow evening. Pretty much mostly cloudy skies tomorrow, a high of 64, and without any thunderstorms developing, an average wind out of the southwest of 5 to 10 miles per hour or so. A tenth of a quarter of an inch during the day tomorrow for a general statement for everyone, and another tenth to a quarter tomorrow evening. So we're looking at, on the high side, a half an inch of rain in 12, 14 hours. That'll be the most rain we've had in that much of a window, that little small of a window, in a long, long time, and it is certainly needed. So showers, maybe a thunderstorm or two developing tomorrow, and then the temperatures thereafter taking a hit, becoming sunny after some clouds Saturday and hitting around 51, sunny and 56 for your Sunday. Saturday and Sunday. I think I said that right. Saturday 51, Sunday 56. And then thereafter, another day in the 50s. Look what's around the corner, though. 57, another system that gives us clouds and some shower and some rain chances. Actually, Monday 57, a 30% chance of rain, but it is into your Monday night that we see rain likely and continuing into your Tuesday. And that might be enough to really help put an end to forest fire situations out there. We'll follow that one a little more closely tomorrow and get a better idea of what you can expect at the first of the week. And then thereafter, that's taking us into Thanksgiving. And that's the cooler air that we were talking about. Colder air, mind you. Been there, done that, so it's not that big of a deal. But it's going to be 45 and partly sunny on your Wednesday. We'll get back below freezing Wednesday night. Your Turkey Day forecast right now, Thanksgiving, 40 degrees, maybe an optimistic 40, mostly sunny and dry, and on the colder side of things. Nighttime lows, though, improving from 26 the night before to about 33.
That's it. Thank you for watching. I'll see you back here tomorrow, I hope, wrapping up this week of Your News Today on a bit of a cooler note, not quite into the 70s, but still, we're going to see a downward trend for the next several days, but not all that bad. I'll be back tomorrow with another show. Thank you for now for being a part of this one.